This video contains spoilers from the first chapter of the Penumbra series. I basically spoiled the whole game, so watch it only if you don't plan on playing it. The game starts with a mysterious message that basically tells you shit is about to go down. It also tells you your name is Philip, but that's not important, so let's just get to the plot. February, year 2000, we get some backstory. Basically your father disappeared before you were even born, but you got a letter from him after your mom died. At this point he's dead as well, so he's what you'd call a ghostwriter. Okay, I'm sorry. In the letter you get a key and instructions to get to a deposit for the sake of burning some documents. But you, being the curious little shit you are, tried deciphering them instead, and failed. But the notes pointed out a location in uninhabited northern Greenland, and against all common sense and general judgment capacities, you decide to go. You find yourself on a boat, and after a bit of fun with the game's physics, you finally move on and find yourself alone, surrounded by ice. Because what did you expect from Greenland? Actual grain? You walk a little bit and find a trapdoor, and as a smart horror game protagonist, you decide to enter it. You find a hammer and start swinging it around like an idiot, cause you have no idea how to proceed. Once you figure out you need to move shit out of the way, you can finally move on. Now you're in the spooky abandoned mine and you gradually find out a lot of weird shit happened here. Maybe you should have just burned those documents, but what do I know? Anyway, you find the first weird looking whispering artifact, and without having any idea what that is, you do the most logic thing to do. You touch it. You start hearing voices and saying things. Thinking about it, you will need some strong stuff if you wanted to keep sane in a place like this. After walking back and forth like an idiot, you enter a cave system where you find out there are spiders big enough to eat you. Great. You somehow manage to get out of it alive and to enter the workshop where you meet your second threat. Dogs. After jumping like an idiot and attracting the dog's attention, you do what every sane person will do when seeing a demon dog in front of them. Try to hit it with a hammer. And fail miserably. Ignoring the fact that you died a really stupid death, you decide not to face the dog and instead improvise some dynamites and nearly blow your face off in the process. But that's fine, cause now you can progress. In the meantime, you keep injecting yourself with these unknown substances, hoping to eventually die from overdose so you won't have to deal with this bullshit anymore. Your new objective is to fix a very big generator, so you can actually open a gate that, surprise, leads to more dogs. After trapping yourself in a crate with juicy meat and a hungry dog, you start considering that suicide might not be that bad of an option after all. You somehow get out of that situation and look for other ways to fuck yourself up, and you actually find them by putting boxes you need in places where you can't get them back from. You manage to not uninstall the game because the physics allow you to actually find other ways to get your shit done, and you enter another spider cave. Yay! This time you get stuck in an endless dying loop of getting spawn killed by spiders. Fucking campers. After losing half of your brain cells in the process, you manage to escape that hole. More dogs, more puzzles, more dogs, and even more dogs later, you find a drill machine that you'll use to get even deeper into the mines, because why the fuck not? Through this whole journey, you're aided by a walkie-talkie guy that speaks gibberish, and you keep asking yourself if he's having some of that artifact stuff as well. You find huge wall-sucking slugs, whose only reason for existing is to be killed, and a very big hole that you hope was made by some other little gimmick wannabe that blew himself up. But your hopes are suddenly shattered when you find out there's a huge worm thing that really wants to eat you. After surviving all of that bullshit, you reach an underground frozen lake that you have to pass, but the very thin ice makes you regret postponing going on the diet. You get a crowbar from the other guy that skipped dieting and get back to do your stuff. You're finally close to the end. You're about to reach the walkie-talkie guy, but there's rubble in the way, so you figure out the only solution is to blow it up. So you improvise a highly explosive liquid that you put into a glass vial. And you fuck up the ingredients, so now it's even more explosive. And you have to bring it to the rubble through some platforming shit. A lot of stressful jumping and screaming later, and after reattaching your face that was blown off several times due to poor handling of explosives, you finally manage to get through and reach the guy, inside of an incinerator. But you're too high to give a fuck at this point, so you just burn him alive and keep going on with your life. You get a key from his ashes, don't ask me how that worked, and get through the locked door. You keep going down and you reach a long hallway where you see a mysterious silhouette in the distance. You try to reach them, but you get intercepted halfway through and get captured. And that's the end of the first chapter of Penumbra called Overture. I'll leave a link to the game and the full playthrough in the description below. And as always, I've been your host Sui, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!